Hey there, and welcome back to Off the Rails? Question mark, an educational monster train series where we explore content mods for the game. This is all question marks. I wasn't really planning on recording this, but there has been so much discussion on my Discord server about It's Tanglicious, or Heart, if you know him as that name, new clan, the Hellborn Pathogens mod. And I don't want to lead this series off on a negative note, so I'm not going to say it. But there have been a lot of balance discussions about how certain cards function within the mod, and a lot of them have just surprised me from the angle of just how much they do. And I quickly got to the point where it's like, all right, people are asking my opinion on a lot of things. I haven't seen this mod. If my viewers, so the people who are on the Discord server, are that excited about this, I need to actually try this in order to make any kind of meaningful commentary about it. So we're going to play a new clan mod. There are a lot of clan mods that have come out that I've been asked to play. I'll probably get to them all eventually. This was eventually the plan. I have a lot of other series that I've wanted to do instead of this, so I don't think I'm going to make a whole series of this. Maybe it's really fun and I plan on doing it, but we'll see. Eventually I'll get back to this in a more meaningful way, but there's only so many slots on the channel, and I'm trying not to add extra days in the week, if only because it's tough to maintain 40 hours of a work week and then also record everything. There's always the possibility down the road that somehow YouTube does well enough for me that I can actually take more time to dedicate to it. But for the time being, I mean, it's I'm doing fine. The channel's doing great, honestly. Everyone, it's having a good time, and the channel's doing all right. But it's never going to be to the point where it takes over for my day job, right? It's apples and oranges essentially. So that said, that just means I'm probably going to slot this in wherever I can, right? Who knows when this one will show up? Maybe I'll replace a cursed seed with it someday. I've got that series recorded for a while too, but at this point it's just kind of balancing which episode goes where. All right, so what is the Hellborn Pathogens mod? Good question. I honestly have no idea. The only thing I can add is that it is made by It's Tanglicious, who is another content creator for YouTube and is an absolute rock star. I think he's one of the better players at the game. I would rank him as better than me, for sure. So if you're watching me because you think that my channel represents top-tier gameplay, you should probably check out his gameplay instead. Obviously, stick around here. Don't like unsubscribe. That's not what I'm telling you to do. But at the same time, maybe check out, diversify a little bit. It's good. It's good. There's not a lot of content creators for Monster Train right now, so it's nice to kind of support them all, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm going to be playing with just that enabled. I have some other stuff, but none of this really matters. Stoker Deck Editor, I always have this enabled anyway because it doesn't do anything. As long as you don't click the button that brings it up and you don't interact with the deck in any way, it doesn't change your run in any capacity. So this is essentially just the clan, basically, and some cosmetic stuff. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and hop in on this. We'll see what this looks like. Great. I have no idea anything. So we're just gonna play this guy, Carrier. Whoa, there's gonna be a lot of reading on this, isn't there? Yeah, alright, fair enough. Carrier with random, because I have no context for anything. We are gonna play it at Covenant 25. I'm still gonna try to do, as many, what is it I'm trying to say? We're trying to play as many shards as possible, as reasonable. And we'll go from there. So, yeah. I suppose we'll get into it, so as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's see what the heck this does. Let's see how ridiculous this actually is. I'm very interested in this. Alright, let's click the button. Okay, I hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing nice. I was planning on recording something completely different, but that's all good. And yeah, we're just going to make some progress. Looks like it showed up today with Exile Awoken. So today we are default Hellborn Pathogens. I'm going to be honest with you. Hellborn Pathogens, I'm not a huge fan of the name. Simply because Hellhorned, Hellborn, they're too close, right? I think you could just call this Pathogens, and this would have been a lot easier overall. Sure, diseases probably make sense, so fine. Anyway, so we'll just call it Pathogens and Awoken, Exile Awoken specifically. We're fighting Pushback Talos, Rage Arcus, Diligence Seraph. We have Hurried Exit, Ascend a unit and apply SAP 2. Okay, awesome. That unit is great. This card is amazing. Fantastic. This is good. This is basically Hidden Passage, but better. Cool. Great. Now, there's, of course, the downside that Hidden Passage, when used on an allied unit, doesn't cause a problem. But think about it. You're still happy to overstack your floor with something like Dripfall because the power gain from overstacking your floor is so high. And playing into top floor like this is always stronger than having to play into middle like Dripfall. So, in truth, this is not a problem at all. This is a minor deficit in exchange for a very powerful benefit. So used offensively, this is really strong, right? SAP 2. I can literally defeat Divinity with this common card, right? I could just hold over this and you get there. So that's really strong, okay? Plus you can disrupt with it. Very cool, actually. -1 spell chain. This is a really powerful card. Very powerful. Restoration Detonation is also here. And then we have, what is this? Fervent Scratching. Piercing, deal 3 damage to a random unit 3 times. Enemy unit 3 times. Okay, so it's bad Ice Storm, but has piercing. That's fine, right? I mean, this is nice because you can do a +10 in this, and just for 25 gold, and it's pretty functional. 3 damage is a terrible threshold. It shows up a few times in the base game. It doesn't mean anything, right? 3 or 2 are basically the same. The only distinction here is what, like, Wilt Wings, I think, is the only enemy that has 3 health. So, and at that point, if you're not putting a +10 into something, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a very minor change that does not affect the game in a major way. There's like one combat where that makes a big difference. And at that point, it doesn't matter because it's ring 7. So you're going to put a +10 in this, pretty much. +10, -1. I mean, this is good, right? This is a fine card. I don't love that it's random. This hurts the value a lot, in my opinion. 3 times is not enough times to be consistent, but I don't think this card is a problem. This is fine. Whatever, sure. I would rank this card pretty weak, or like fine at best, but yeah. Alright, let's go. We have Temples today on ring 2, ring 3, on ring 4, and on ring 8. Good split. I'm okay with that. 4 Temples is fine. We have a dupe on ring 8 with the magic side. Another dupe on 7 with Cave. Competes with a Steel Shop. No magic here. Magic Shop with health and money on 6 competes with a very strong Steel Shop with Vortex and Cave. I have no idea what this clan wants, so I suppose we'll find out. I don't know if they care more about magic or steel. I guess we'll see. Magic Shop with Cave and Money on 5 competes with a Trinket Shop with no money. It's pretty weak. It does have a Trinket baked in, though, with the Horde. Pretty good. Removal Magic Shop Awoken banner. Sure. Okay, sounds good. It competes with a Horde. No steel here, which means we do get double steals, having missed one on ring 5 as well. So, yeah, we do get double steals. I'm going to be real with you, Hellborn Pathogens doesn't say the word banner, which confused me a lot here. This is actually a banner. This would be a great example of a case where I think Pathogens banner would be a better term here, but all good. We do see double Hellborn Pathogens. We can actually do this, right? We can go... I don't want to go both of these, because I do need a Steel Shop prop, presumably, right? And both steals align with both Awoken banners, unfortunately. I'd really like to avoid this just becoming an Awoken run, but at the same time we do have the new champion, so that's kind of neat. We're fine with that. Alright, we can work with this. A lot of options. It's going to be very early game heavy. I'm going to look at the Dark Forge first here as an anomaly, just so that I can see the champion and think about what it wants. Bioengineer, summon trigger, draw a unit and apply +10/+5 to all units in hand. That's really good, but also this unit kind of then sucks. Got it. Okay. Revenge, summon 1 recombinant virus. Is that the same thing from the common card? Yeah, summon 1 recombinant virus to the front of this floor. What does this do? Extinguish. When this unit dies, apply Contagion 4 to all enemy units. What does Contagion do? It doesn't say. There is no Contagion tooltip on this. There should be a Contagion tooltip on this, so I could read that. Okay, does any of this do Contagion? Does the logbook at this point say anything about contagion? Oh, wait, there it is. Okay, we got it. All right, it shows up here. Let's see. At the end of turn, each unit with contagion applies contagion 1 to all enemy units. So that means every turn... At the end of turn. At the end of turn. Compare this to... Let's just go over here. Where's... I want units. Where's Morsel Maker? Resolve. After combat. So this is... At the end of turn means that this happens in Relentless, right? That's an important distinction. Assuming this... Oh god, things just vanished a bit. Oh wait, I can get rid of that. Alright, cool. So that means if it's saying the end of turn, that's important. Assuming this behaves consistently, that means this happens in Relentless after both turns of combat. So that's, or rather, you know, both sides go back and forth, and then the turn ends, and then you get another turn, right? So that means contagion can build up in Relentless, which makes it good in that sense. Okay, if a unit has contagion stacks at least equal to its health, it then takes damage equal to its number of contagion stacks. Which is a really long-winded way of saying the unit dies, right? I guess the weird thing is if the unit is reliant on armor, it might live. Ugh, that's weird. Okay, so maybe it's long-winded, but maybe it is explicit in this respect. Because if you have a 10 health guy with 100 armor, he could take contagion damage after only having 10 stacks. Okay, so this is AoE, right? Because you apply contagion 4 to all enemy units. Contagion 4, isn't that just like 4? Doesn't that just like kill so much stuff? This seems really strong. The problem with this is good, but it's also bad because it makes him very durable for the same reason that like Legion of Wax's Infusion is very durable, because you get hit once, you spawn a guy, then that guy has to get hit. So it's essentially like a free damage shield every hit, which is rough. Now, that said, it doesn't say where it summons this, so is it summoned to the front of the floor or the back of the floor? I have no idea. Hopefully it's to the front of the floor, or else this is terrible, but... What does Legion of Wax's Infusion say? I haven't actually read that in a while. Unit. Where's Legion? Where you at, bud? Infusion. I guess if you summon one, it always defaults to the front. I suppose that's fair. Okay, so I think it must be to the front then. Okay, that's fair. Alright. What is this? I mean, isn't this carrier seems much better for Exile Awoken? It should automatically be like, I mean, that's just big stat number for Animus of something or other, or a sweeper or whatever. So we'll take the bioengineer path for now. I'm going to go ahead and look in this. What is this? Rally and culture abilities trigger an additional time. This just feels like I should take it. Right? I don't know what any of the banner units do, but it feels like I should take that. So we're just going to take that. This, I mean, this literally makes... What? Does this work on... Does this work on Arcus's shards? I guess we'll find out. Maybe. But regardless, this affects 2 triggers and makes them trigger an additional time. So that's interesting. We'll grab money, of course. Culture abilities. I wonder what that... Give me this unit draft. Absolutely, yes. I want to see stuff. Plus, I think this is just a free win, right? I just play this thing down here and it kills, like... yeah, it just... This is the most disgust... This is even stronger than Root Seeds. They're not kidding. This random guy clears a whole floor. What the heck? And then it buffs all of them? Man, these train stewards clap. Cool. Great. Easy. Game is super free, as it turns out. Just kill everything. This is, I'm going to be real with you, and then we just, okay, here, we just ascend this together, and then this is fine. Yeah, look at that. Super floor. I mean, this is... Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Very good. Alright, neat. Now, I don't ever think this actually kills him, but... Oh, we just hurry him up, right? There's no reason not to. Yeah, this man just gets completely pummeled as a result of that. He does 9 damage here. Yeah, Snap is really strong. Don't underestimate that card. Incredibly strong. Wow, what a good opener. All right. Deal 5 damage, reserve, increase damage by 2 permanently. It's not permafrost, and it costs 2. I don't like this card. I'm not taking it. Like, why would I mean, the fact that this costs 2, not even worth it to me. This is an interesting one because Arcadian has a very similar card that I think comes baked in with the permafrost. I'm not interested in this ping, right? No. Deal 2 damage and apply Contagion 6 to an enemy unit. This is a better ping than this, right? Give a friendly unit +4, reserve, draw 1 card next turn. So that means... This means that if you don't cast this, it replaces itself. It's an interesting interaction, I suppose. Give a friendly unit +4. That's kind of weak, right? But it's not bad, I suppose. It is free stats. I mean, I should probably take this. The ping from Intestinal Rupture is probably better. Contagion feels like a mechanic that's never going to kill, like, mini-bosses or something. It's no Frostbite in that respect. It's really, really hyper-efficient at slaying backlines, though. Like, disgustingly hyper-efficient. So, this basically means anything sub 8 health is dead, and sub 9 health dies in 2 turns. So with 10 in piercing, this cracks 18, basically. So... yeah. Yeah, at 10 in piercing, this cracks 18, which is fine. That's a weird threshold, but it's fine. I'm going to take Booster Shot here just because this is with Awoken. This seems good. We're going to click some of these cards. Ah, yes, my normal cards that I know of. Know and love. Give me Glimmer, please. Great. Whoa, buddy, we get some stuff here today. Culture. Oh, yay. Look at this. Culture. Mitotic Division. It triggers double time. It's probably really strong. Contagion 10 to each enemy unit. So when you spawn any unit on this floor. So if I play this with these Virion guys... Oh my god, wait a second. These are spells that consume? This is busted. What? You know, there is a... This is actually something that came up during development for Wormkin, where originally Echo Breaks cost 0 but consumed, and we quickly determined that with a clan that was built around etches, you could not have a starter card of any of the starters that came baked with consume, or it was simply too powerful. This combined with Wormkin is grotesque. I think that this is one of the things that I would avoid personally. A starter card should not do this, in my opinion. It's a little bit too powerful. I mean, there's a reason why, like, Shade Splitter, for instance, does not consume, even though it does create a unit, right? So, that's interesting to keep in mind. Now, for this particular setup, we do run out of units eventually, so there's that. This does big AoEs, but is never killing a... I mean, this is Contagion 20 right now. It's never killing a boss. And apply a regen 2 to all allies. So this is going to restore 10 health to all friendly units. I mean, this just seems really powerful, but the problem is it's going to be very difficult fitting it into the floor, right? We're going to be relying on Virions, I guess. I don't spawn units is the problem. This would be really strong with Awoken Hollow's Infusion, though. Just actually kind of crazy. Let's go in on this Contagion business. This seems fun. We're going to take Asymptomatic Carrier. This guy seems fun. We're going to go that route. I think you could win other ways, but whatever. That's enough unit stuff. Let's go left. Yeah, let's go left here. Now, endless? I don't think so, but we'll see. Shattered Shell. This seems fun. Cool. So... yeah, the weird thing about this is now what I want to do is I want to get rid of all my train stewards very quickly so that carrier always draws the other banner unit, right? It's true. Alright, let's re-roll this. Quick, plus 25. Put the plus 25 in front. This guy's got 65 health. That's a lot of health, so we're happy about that at least. What's the infusion situation on this guy, huh? Okay, so his infusion is essentially his ability and some health. Neat, okay. With culture, so that means when you spawn a unit on the floor. I kind of like him as a tank. He's big, though. I don't love the fact that he's big, but we can make it work. Here's the question. Do you ever quick the Shattered Shell here? It's not bad. The problem is, isn't Contagion better than Quick here? Maybe. Maybe? Maybe he sweeps and then Contagion kills? I'm not actually sure how good this is. This might just be terrible, but we'll take it and go in at this point. I should probably chill a little bit on some of this. -2. Purge. I don't want to purge any of this stuff. Let's kind of just chill a little bit and see what happens. A lot of question marks here. Alright, we're... Mark of Invasion is fine. Sure. Ah, bummer. So the carrier doesn't do anything. You just kind of play him and then go, alright, good chat. And then we play stuff upstairs. And then... but this guy, I have to culture. So really, it's like spawn a thing on this floor, but why bother? Right? Don't do it yet. This guy at this point is just a 70 health blob, pretty much. I'm going to play a Virian middle floor. Cool. That works. It's weird. I mean, you may as well play out the unit, right? Sure. I guess I reserved there. That's interesting. If you don't play it, you get the draw +1. It's kind of neat. I like it. Cool. I mean, we're winning this combat. I guess I could ascend this floor together if I wanted to. It's one of those weird why not moments. Doesn't matter. It really does not matter. Yeah, alright, fine. Let's play out something. This top floor clears itself. Cool. Good. I'm gonna go ahead and buff in front here because this is gonna fight the mini-boss, essentially, so kind of whatever. Give me an ascend here. Great. We're gonna hurry exit him up. This is that's such a strong card. Now, I'm interested in how this works. So let's slow down and watch this. Does this actually work post-combat? Right? It should. Yeah, 49. He attacks. We attack. Yeah, okay. So, got it. It does work in Relentless, which makes it pretty okay. Cool. Swarm Tactics. Give friendly units +1 and +1 sword, attack, and health for each friendly unit spawned during this battle. This is disgusting, right? This is outrageous. Here's a new one. Feverish Response. Attuned. Deal 50 damage to the front enemy unit, then 50 damage to the front friendly unit. Is that... wait a second here. Why would I want to do this? Isn't this just extremely bad proclamation? It is, actually, just extremely bad proclamation. I mean, of course, like, maybe you want to kill your own unit, but the risk, it's essentially unplayable unless you really want your front unit to die. Maybe you do want that. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I think I'm just going to take Swarm Tactics and blow this unit business up. Second, Glimmer, a Sting. I don't hate Sting. It's not a bad... it's a card that I'm not going to skip, I don't think. I'll take it, sure. We have Diligent, right? So, let's go left and see if we can hit that multi-strike, I suppose. I don't need the dupe here. Yeah, sure, this is fine. If we hit the multi-strike, we're feeling decent. Large Stone, no thank you. We'll spin that. Oh yeah, cool, multi-strike. So, Shattered Shell is online. I am looking for health. I mean, I guess Husk Hermit is pretty good here, right? Like, genuinely speaking, we Husk Hermit the Infusion. I'm going to take that because that seems pretty darned good. And then we do the Husk Hermit Infusion here, and this is great, right? My man has 40 health, quick sweep, looks good. That's a pretty strong guy. Spell Chain, I mean, I'm going to be real with you. -1 Spell Chain on Hurried Exit is going to quickly disable Divinity. I really love the Swarm Tactics. This is kind of disgustingly powerful, but it is expensive. I'm going to go ahead and Spell Chain Hurried Exit. This card is nuts. Let's go ahead and then move on. We'll take the Cave here. Sure, Trample Stone. Why not? Quick Sweep Trample. Seems good. That's nice. I like it. Take another plus 25 on the Asymptomatic Carrier. We have a big tanker here. Alright, so I'm looking for unit spawns now, basically, is where I'm at, I think. This is Pushback Talos, which is a little bit spicy, but we might be able to just straight up disable her, so it's kind of whatever. I'm going to play the carrier here. See, it doesn't even bother me that I drew them both on turn 1, because you just play the carrier, and then they all get this buff anyway. I could face tank this. Ooh, this is spiced out, isn't it? And then, yeah, we do this, we get Contagion, then I go Virion here, and she punches that, and that's 45. Which is kind of funny. Now, at the end of this turn, she's applying... How interesting. At the end of this turn, she's applying this Contagion to everyone here, right? Yeah, totally. Interesting. Alright. This card is nuts. What? Okay, that's exciting. Let's go ahead and play Train Steward and then go up here and just give everything a ton of stats. +5, +5. This is ridiculous. Whew, buddy. Yeah, that's good. Cool. Alright, we're doing great now. So here's my thought. We're gonna move her up, right? Then I'm gonna spawn units here, and that's just great in my opinion. Cool. Excellent. Now, she's never going to really die. This does, however, represent 92 damage in Relentless to her, which is pretty nifty, I think. So, that's pretty cool, right? It basically means that she will pass away. Meanwhile, I can just get a ridiculous amount of stats here. We just go ahead and drop this in. We'll play this out. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Incredible. Great. Amazing. Draw cards, please. Sure. Make cast unit. Unit good. Alright, cool. And this is just free real estate now, right? 100% free real estate. Cool. We never even get hit at this point. Honestly, ridiculous. Cool, and she dies to Contagion. Incredible. Alright, we've just assembled some nonsense here. What do we get? Consume, apply, replicate, melee weakness 2, and multi-strike 1 to a friendly unit. Alright, gains endless, loses replicate when this unit dies. So how does this actually work? Because endless doesn't go away when the unit dies. So the replicate gives endless, which doesn't go away, but then the replicate goes away. So it's weird that it's described this way. Maybe this is trying to say that the endless is a one-time use. It's curious. Apply melee weakness 2. So you'd apply this to an ally. It's not ideal, of course, but it's functional, right? We could certainly... This is really efficient One Horn's Tome, really efficient Furnace Tap. I don't... And the replicate is in case you mess up. Kind of interesting. There's no downside to this card that I'm really concerned about. Our guy has 40-something health. If I sap the boss down to 0, it doesn't matter. Alright, it's free multi-strike. We'll take it. What are you? Viro Demonologist. Culture. Whoa, champ. Gain stats. I wish I'd held out for that, huh? Could gain armor. Instead, I went with Husk Hermit. This is a great infusion. What? Well, that's a bummer. I mean, I'm going to take it anyway. It can be my frontline infusion. Seems good. We'll take Ember because I have Root Seeds. I have so much stuff I need to play. We're going to go for the magic shops here for sure. I'm going to go ahead and do that infusion. We're just going to kind of go mad with power here, right? This guy's going to come in, and we're just going to be like, all right, cool. Our front man is Super Tank. I'm going to -2, wait for it, Swarm Tactics, because if I hit holdover, this breaks the universe. We'll 10 in Piercing Glimmer. Just go completely ham here. I'm going to remove Train Stewards. There's a reason. You might argue you should keep them because it buffs the Swarm Tactics. It's kind of weird. I don't like it. We're not going to take another banner unit. -1. And I'm going to put that -1 in Hurried Exit here. That's important. Plus 10 magic power. Yeah, we just toss this in Fervent Scratching. And then I don't do anything else. Dark Forge. Immunologist. Culture. Give all friendly units +2/+2. Well, heck, that's disgusting, isn't it? Yes, we hard pivot into Immunologist because I have double Mitotic Division, right? All of my cards are pretty decent. I think if I'm going to cut anything, it's maybe the Restoration Detonations. Which is interesting. The Train Stewards do buff the Swarm Tactics, but they slow me down. I guess I'm going to hold on to them, though. They're pretty okay. We'll cut the Restoration Detonations here. They don't seem mission critical to what we're doing. We chill on everything else. I guess I could buy a removal, but I'm going to hang out. I think 100 shards is maybe spicy, but it should be okay. I mean, I don't care. I think we're strong enough that I don't really care about the spike stuff. We've kind of gone mad with power in a big way. Yeah, so hopefully this carrier is going to hit. Ah, it didn't hit the right one. It's okay. Right, so the way we do this is we will play up top. I'm going to put this man down. Whoa, that's pretty strong. I'm going to go ahead and separate the enemy floors, and then we'll take the Root Seeds. I guess we'll play that upstairs. I want to make sure Shattered Shell ends up on the floor. Single Virion should give Collector. Cool. It's good. Root Seeds, please. Thank you. Great. Alright, great. Now, if I can find another Ascend, I think we're going to feel pretty reasonable here. I want to get the carrier onto that floor. Fervent Scratching is good there. We're going to take a hit, but I'm not really upset about it, I don't think. I'm going to Glimmer middle. It's efficient. I may as well Virion middle. It's also efficient. Cool. We take a hit up top, but I'm not terribly upset about it, right? It's like, ah, bummer. Man dies to Contagion anyway. Cool, let's hurry to exit our champ upstairs. And then I wish to Train Steward. Put the Trample in. Let's Swarm Tactics first. That's pretty important. We kill this man in one hit. Root Seeds is almost certainly more important here, I think. Take that Root Seeds here. Yeah, draw a little faster. Guy gets one hit, dies. Alright, we should be okay as long as... Yeah, as long as we can at least do the thing. I'm going to ascend our man into the floor, and then we go Virion, Virion, which is ridiculous here. Double Root Seeds... Sting. Cleaned it up, right? Cool. Pretty good. Spikes is obviously spicy, but not a big problem here. I could go multi-strand DNA here. Nothing is really going to hit my guy. He's going to die to other stuff first, right? It's true. Yeah, fine. Cool. I would like to draw my Glimmer. Thank you. There's Glimmer. Great news. Glimmer. Virion is big power. And then Swarm Tactics is just disgusting here. I may as well take the Trample Stone now. Where he's going to die to spikes anyway, but it's alright. Yeah, we easy win this combat regardless, so it's fine. Right, he kills himself on spikes, but it's okay. Cool, pretty strong. We get Cursed Vines out of this. We're a little behind on health. We took some hits there, but it's fine. What is this? A lot of new cards. Mass Hallucinations, Unplayable, Reserve, apply Dazed 1 to all units on the floor where your turn ended. Now, that's a weird card. What does this synergize with? In any way? Anything? Is there ever a card where I'd be like, cool, I don't want to play any... I don't want my guys to attack? Weird. I don't know. That seems bad. Q time. Apply Rooted 2 to an enemy unit. Reserve to send friendly and enemy units on this floor. Rooted 2 to an enemy unit. Cryogenic storage. Summon, return a random consumed spell to your hand for each shard. Reserve, gain shard 1. That's really strong, isn't it? It's really strong because it returns Virion. I think this is the take here. Yeah, okay, that's the take. Bramble Lash, Wildwood Custodian. Focus Growth converts Ember into... Yeah, we're going to take the Focus Growth here. It converts Ember into Draw Power. It's good. We want to go left here for sure. I'm going to go and look at the -1s and stuff. If we see a holdover, I think it gets very disgusting very quickly. Let's make Root Seeds cheaper. +10. I mean, seriously, just like Fervent Scratching, getting another +10 is efficient here. We'll re-roll. Permafrost. Permafrost is not necessary because... Yeah, alright, cool. I was making sure I didn't need to actually do anything too fancy here. Permafrost is not needed for what I want to do. We'll take the Horde. What is this? When a unit with Contagion dies, it deals damage equal to 1/2 its Contagion stacks to the front enemy unit. That seems better than these other ones, so that's cool, I suppose. I like that. Railforger's Hammer is fun. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so... Railforger's Hammer. I mean, History of the World is pretty decent, though. I could potentially play on any floor. Let's try the History of the World here. Yeah, I think that's even better, because I can theoretically play on any floor. -1, I mean... I'm going to put this -1 into a Root Seeds for sure here. Yes. 20 consume, no thanks. I could purge a card. I do not like these Train Stewards because they cause problems with the Champion's Draw. Alright, I'd like to draw and guarantee Shattered Shell on turn 1, but I suppose I just have a bunch of trash in here, so it's kind of whatever. Yeah, alright. Permafrost I do not require. I guess I could Permafrost Booster Shot and then just turn this... This essentially does nothing. It's such a waste of a card. That's a really bad play. Permafrost Multi-Strand DNA. Play it when you can. It's actually very low risk. I can just play it whenever I draw it. I think we chill, honestly. I'm going to need to survive this next combat, but I think we're pretty strong. Multi-Strike is scary. I don't know how we resolve this here. Let's go ahead and keep that off for the moment. Sure, we'll go Carrier. Shattered Shell drops in. Good. I'm going to play Fervent Scratching downstairs, I think. Decent. We'll ping... I'm going to put the Train Steward up top. And then I'm actually going to play the Booster Shot here, I think. Cool. Yeah, it was good that I did this. We'll play in the Guy, which should load this up a big way. Cool. We ping here. I'm going to go ahead and get the Trample in. Yeah. Alright, that guy has 18 health. Can I kill him? Probably. I actually think the way you kill him is simple. We just ascend this guy twice, and he does nothing to me. And then now we have this floor assembled. We go ahead and click Virion here, which is ridiculous. We're going to play out Train Steward, Train Steward. We'll pull the big scary man forward, and then we drop huge buffs. Ridiculous, right? Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, this is very powerful. And now, I mean, it's as simple as just, like, click Virion whenever you can and go completely mad with power, pretty much. I mean, I may as well. There's really no reason to do anything. I could bring in another man, but there's a why. Whatever, we chill. Let this guy reserve. I want to make sure he gets me back, what, 4 cards at least? At this point, I can't... My guys are not even physically able to be killed. We have simply too much power on the floor. And then we just walk in here and we go, alright, cool, here's a multi-strike. That's neat, right? Multi-strike is your friend. We'll summon another Virion. In fact, I think the floor is full, so I think we have to summon it somewhere else. Like, I can't even make it work. Incredible. It's ridiculous. I can't even trigger it. Alright, well, we'll get the... I'm just going to play a Root Seeds, honestly. Don't overthink this. It's fine. This will look better once our enemies actually can attack us, but... Cool. Hit that Glimmer. Great work. Hit that Swarm Tactics. Yeah, alright, cool. And then we have all sorts of stuff. We can go Virion, but the floor is full, so we just play it upstairs. Now we have Swarm Tactics plus 13, plus 13. Reasonable. Reasonable. Yes. Incredible. Alright, cool. Good luck getting through this wall of flesh that I have created. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I mean, the thing that's happening here that's worth noting is that the synergy of Virion... This Swarm Tactics is too powerful by a lot. Apply Replicate to a friendly unit. Reserve. Apply Damage Shield 1 to a random friendly unit on the floor where your turn ended. Okay. +2 space and summon 1 recombinant virus to the front of this floor. Isn't this ridiculous? Absolutely. This is insane. +2 space? Good grief. Wow. Wow, that's pretty darn good. Sure. I like that card. I like that card a lot. Ensnare is a great card as well. We'll take that. Cool. This is silly. We're going to go and chase the magic shops because they seem the best. It gives us some health too, which I appreciate. If I see holdover, this game becomes completely dumb. So that's exciting. I'm going to go ahead and put a -1/-1 on focused growth here. I don't need the 20 consume, no. The permafrost is not the play, I don't think. Nope. Reroll that. Oh, buddy. Alright, yeah, sure. Holdover on Swarm Tactics. That seems balanced. We'll make focus growth free. I do want to remove garbage. I feel like these Train Stewards are causing me problems now. I'm going to cut them. Because remember, we can actually... take the money and remove another. We can actually get our Virions back with that Chrono thingy. So that should be more than enough to win. I already think we're kind of way above. Our scaling is going to be disgusting at this point. Playing bottom floor seems good here. Yes. Cool. And then we just airdrop in this man, which kills essentially all of them. I could and should consider just putting down the other train steward here. Well, there's really no reason to do that. We'll put that up a floor. So that way I can root seeds focus growth up here. And then you Virion here, and the Virion will die. Cool, sure. Seems okay. Now we can slot in the big guy here, which is fantastic. And blows up that floor. Let's ensnare on middle. Let's play Virion on bottom. It's strong, as it turns out. Trample in the back. Good. Great work. Cool. Fantastic news. Mid guy is going to pass away eventually anyway, so that's cool. Root seeds, ping, Virion here. I need you to kill my units, please. Enemies. I guess I can push them out of the way, huh? You think I won't. I totally will. It's weird, but yeah, we'll do it. And then I think I'm going to go for the scratching middle just to kill that enemy. Seems good. Yeah, cool. Great. We now have space. Fantastic. Let's make room for growth a play. Cool. Good. Here's Virion. Cool. Good. I haven't even drawn my best card yet, which is exciting news. I can't wait to do that. I haven't even drawn the best card, which is the reason I should remove Train Stewards, right? Cool, so here we go. We go immediately, main strand, root seeds, sting for no apparent reason. Cool. Is +10/+10 to your whole floor fair? Yeah, absolutely not, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be. I can even do even more silly things. We can just sap the boss now to essentially no damage. Seems alright. Cool. We just sap the enemy to nothing. Our floor is essentially indestructible. Shard 2. I play this, what, next turn? Sure, yeah, fine. Cool. Cool and good. Great work. Let them sit. It's fine. I play this now. Cool, we play this now. I guess. It's weird because I got the incant shard, which kind of sucks a lot, but it doesn't really matter. I kind of would prefer... Let's play a lot of this stuff middle, right, to get rid of it, I think. Yeah, I do wish to... The most important thing, I think, is I need to swarm tactics on floor. I think we give up the glimmer here. Yeah, I think we swarm tactics on floor first. Because I need to. Then we're going to hurried exit. And that should let me hurried exit again. Acceptable. Cool. I mean, this is an easy win here. Yeah, the guy doesn't stand a bloody chance. Oh, my hand was full. Bummer. Alright, well, it's kind of, it doesn't matter. We then click room for growth again. We go completely mad with power, and at this point, I mean, it's easy. This cleans up even more than it already has. This guy stands no chance, right? Yeah, absolutely no chance whatsoever. Cool, this is outrageous. Survival of the Prolific, a new card. Apply Replicate to the front enemy unit, then trigger each unit's culture trigger on the floor. I mean, that's redonkulous, right? Yes. I mean, it's also doubled, which is dumb. I'm going to take card draw here, I think. I wouldn't actually mind Ember. You can see the situation with we have so much stuff. Double Ember is maybe a little aggro. I don't actually think Double Ember is correct. Let's take card draw here, yeah. I need the extra draw. A dupe. I could simply make another one of these swarm tactics and go completely nuts. Honestly, yeah, it's pretty darn good, right? Let's look at the cave first. Oh, neat. For the greater good. The strange synergy of for the greater good here with whatever's going on in this run with culture triggers is not lost on me. But it's really hard for me to be like, do I skip Sunderstone? Debatable. Absolutely not. We take the Sunderstone for sure. For the greater good. That seems fun. Seems fun and applicable. But anyway, we're just going to... Where is it? Swarm Tactics again? Seems decent. I could bioengineer, or I can go +4/+4. We're going to make Immunologist 2, because that is ridiculous, yes. Fantastic. We move on. Cool, so +8/+8 to the floor. I don't care about Ancient Hate. Whatever. If I was going to lose, it was not going to be to the spells. Oh, wow. What a turn one, huh? We just immediately play on bottom floor here right away. Drop the Hermit Buddy in. Incredible. Then we drop the other Hermit Buddy in. Incredible. And we're going to go ahead and load out with a recombinant thingy. Cool, what a turn one. That seems pretty decent, huh? Cool. Good. Train Steward. You can go middle floor. Wonderful news. We are, how do we say, very strong? Oh no, I denied myself a kill. Bummer. It's okay. Cool, we can take healing here somewhere. Cool, that's good. Let's... What is survival of the prolific? Sure. Whatever just happened was a good thing. Alright. Good, great. Stats. Fantastic. Alright, this is trivial. We have easily won. I would like to play multi-strike now, thank you. I would like to play a Virion, thank you. Huge stats. Cool. At this point, the hurried exit is literally just for the Divinity. The rest of this is irrelevant. Let's just play card. Play card. It's good. As it turns out, we have solved it. We've cracked the mystery. Alright, this is awesome. Right, we're just completely crushing it. Alright, play out this unit. I'm going to need to swarm tactics, then I'm going to cryo storage here. Good grief, that's such a busted card. Virion is worth playing first. I have to overstack a different floor, unfortunately. Then we hit that swarm tactics. Yeah, +13/+13. That seems reasonable. I literally cannot Virion that floor, unfortunately. So we just go +14/+14 to everything. This is outrageous, right? Good grief. Doesn't even kill our front dude if this is so nonsense. Our front little Virion is simply too powerful to fail. Cool. Good. Gain +1 Ember for each unit summoned this battle. It's not bad, but it's not useful here. More room for growth. This is literally just Virion again, so it's not bad. Deal 2 damage to enemy units for each friendly unit spawned this battle. I mean, this is going to be like 30 damage pretty easily, but I think we have Shattered Shells, so it's irrelevant. I like this room for growth. I like how he's just like emerging. It's very funny, and there's a morsel in the picture too. He's like, hello. Hello, I am a virus coming out of a hole in the ground. It's very good, in fact. Big fan. Honestly, there's no reason not to take another one of these, I don't think, so we'll just grab it. Cool. Preserved Thorns is definitely the pick. I need more card draw that's fast acting. Removals would be nice. Is there a dupe that I want? I mean, Swarm Tactics number 3 is pretty much busted, right? Yeah, it's pretty much busted. We just go left and do that. Get some -1s or something. Seems good. Oh, sure, Thorn Casing. I like that. That's a good pickup with all those things we have. What else do we have? Another holdover is an interesting idea. Holdover and Snare, for instance, is pretty good here. -1s. -1s can go into Root Seed still. I think that's fine. 20 consume? No. I'm going to hold over the Ensnare. This is going to be useful. Let's look at the Temple. So we get a Spell Chain. I mean, I'm just going to Spell Chain -1 the other Hurried Exit, I think. The Purge here is not necessary. Resolve. Return a random consumed spell to your hand. Isn't this is much better, actually, than... Huh. Yeah, this is actually they're both pretty good, right? In different ways. I kind of like the cryogenic storage. It's interesting. It's an interesting infusion. I'm not sure how to feel about it. Root Split Mask is hard to argue with. I mean... Yeah, Root Split Mask is pretty hard to argue with, right? True. It's just great. It's just fantastic. We're going to reroll here. Permafrost. I still don't have a great target for this, which is okay. We're going to go ahead and put a -1 in Hurried Exit, I think. Yeah, we're going to do that same business of the Spell Chain -1 here. Turns out Sap is really strong, and having it in a common card like that is really strong. I'm going to put a +10 in Glimmer, and I'm going to buy a removal on a Trained Steward. Great. Cool. The dupe here is, wait for it, Swarm Tactics. Incredible. You know, I'm just going to go to 200 shards at this point. It doesn't matter. We're going to cut the last Trained Steward here into the cryogenic storage. I kind of do like this guy being a... What is it? Like a beefcake? The guy that we hold on to. And I'm going to purge a card. The purge that I take here is going to be kind of irrelevant, but I'm going to purge this booster shot. This card is basically a nothing burger for me in this run. Cool. Look, I made it a train wreck. You're excited. Look at that. Behold. If we don't win, I would be so surprised. This is disgustingly busted in many ways. I'll provide a commentary on like my thoughts overall. By the way, Diligent, get got completely here, buddy. I get to pull things forward. Hit my other big man. Ah, it's a bummer. That's okay. We crush this anyway. I'm not really worried about it. Purge, cool. We go for Swarm Tactics. I'm going to actually... I'll work on the boss here. Yeah, I'll work on the boss here. We unfortunately didn't hit our big man, but that's okay. We'll get him this turn, so I'm not worried about it. We Vine Grasp again. It's cool. Drop in the friend. Begin the buff. We'll take Virion. Cool. Yeah, this gets very silly very quickly, I think. Cool. Great, in fact. We will quickly cast a lot of stuff. Let's play Virion. Great. There's really no reason to take this damage, but it is a bummer to spend those Ember that way. That's okay. Cast stuff. Swarm Tactics, Swarm Tactics. The floor is already crushing everything here. We have just so much, right? Cool. Vine Grasp will kill a man upstairs. I'm going to go ahead and, I guess, Glimmer upstairs too. There's no reason not to. I will Hurried Exit spam the boss. And then we're just going to airdrop triple of these Spawn Tactics for some ridiculous scaling. Cool. Good. Great. Vine Grasp. Great news. I'm going to click on Room for Growth here. Now, unfortunately, I cannot get more slots on this floor. I think it is still worth it to spam the Virions, even on other floors. We're simply too powerful, though. This is suffering from success, right? Is really what's happening here. And it's not something I'm upset about. Right, there's... Oh no, I can't fit all these wonderful, powerful cards on my floor. How do I do it? It's fine. I don't need the cultures from the boss to my champion to win. They are irrelevant, in fact. So, it's fine. It is truly irrelevant. We just go, alright, whatever. I'll put it on a different floor, I guess. And then... we seriously have... I have created 100 health recombinant viruses on this floor. It is actually disgusting, right? Cool. So anyway, I mean, you gotta understand this. We're in a train wreck. Diligent gets to attack for 4 turns for free, okay? For free here. And I'm basically just saying, yeah, alright, whatever, champ. I just don't care. He can't even get through 3 of my recombinant viruses, which is silly. Like, we just get pummeled for, I don't know, like 200 damage for free. And then the enemy goes, oh wait, no, I guess I have to get attacked now too. Disgusting. Absolutely ridiculous. Cool. I don't actually know if the aerosolizer has been doing anything. It seems like it should work, but it's a little hard to read, right? Cool, we actually high-rolled the top floor here, which is fun. Let's go ahead and play that. Seems fun. I'm looking forward to this. Drop in the lads. Cool. Then I'm going to go ahead and click on Survival of the Fittest here, which is fun. And we get Swarm Tactics. Fun. Cool. You know, that's inconsistent. It removed Contagion. It shouldn't remove Contagion unless he takes damage from it. But he doesn't take damage from it. Huh. That's inconsistent with the way the rest of the game behaves. But, fine. Virion. Yes. Virion. Yes. You actually cannot kill my guys, sadly. Eventually he will do so little damage that he does not defeat my units, which is a bummer, but that's okay. We heal in the back. I'm actually going to just attack my own thing here, which I think is fine, because I'm sapping the boss down to 0s here. So, and we have room for growth. Cool. Fervent Scratching. No. There's no reason to do it. I don't even want to click this anymore. Here, I'll play it downstairs. Look at that, I did it. I clicked the card. Wonderful. I guess Aerosolizer does appear to be hitting somebody, so that's interesting. Root seeds, great. Let's spawn a guy. Woo, we spawn a guy. Spawn a guy. Fantastic news. Swarm Tactics, sure. Let's attack our own unit because it seems wise to do it. I could AoE heal here, but I'd rather not. Seems good to me. Cool. I don't know what that Breathe Deep call-out was. Is that Aerosolizer? Maybe it is. Interesting. Unclear. Root seeds. I could sting this out. I don't hate it. Stop the spikes, at least. It's not terrible to do it. Sure. Then we begin the process of Swarm Tactics spam. Sure. We like it. +9/+9. Good. Great, in fact. We're going to be playing Cryogenic Storage pretty soon here. I actually don't mind that we're getting swept out here. It's pretty nice, in fact. Hit my units, thank you. Very cool, right? Extremely cool. Let's actually play this cryogenic thing here. And then we're gonna... Let's see. That seems strong. Woo! Click a million cards, and then we go, wow, Swarm Tactics, is this card good? Oh, that's funny. Well, you know, I mean, it is what it is, right? It's Monster Train. It's kind of what you're gonna deal with here. Please sweep my units out. I would love nothing more than to have that happen. I'm actually going to play the sap here instead. It's fine. Look, I know I just said sweep my units out, but come on. Come on there, man. Swarm tactics. Seriously, though, I'm just adding +30/+30 to my entire floor at this point. It's good. It's very good. We get the multi-strand DNA into, which basically doesn't even come at a downside. Oh, yeah, actually, we're just killing everything, aren't we? Oh, we're just winning, in fact. Cool. Monster Train, we did it. Alright, so from what I've seen, this has been fun. This has been a fun mod. I'm enjoying myself, but also, it's really broken. There are a lot of things here that are really strong in kind of a silly way. So we'll talk about it. I have some opinions up front about what I think. This was redonkulous, but that's cool. Hey, look, we unlocked stuff, I guess. Why is this? I didn't think this would work. Isn't this a... Huh, I didn't think that it would actually unlock stuff. Strange. Okay. Well, let's go to the run summary and talk it through. Okay, some opening thoughts. First of all, I don't understand why this also benefits Rally. Shouldn't this just be culture abilities? I didn't see any Rally in the clan. I don't think that this adds anything to the game to be like, okay, and then also Rally Queen benefits from this question mark? Who cares, right? This just seems like a weird addition. I think it should just be culture. Also, you know, it's a doubler, so you got to be careful about that. Aerosolizer was really hard to visualize the impact of, but I was applying a lot of contagion passively, so I guess this was fine. It's a hard to visualize effect, and yeah, okay, maybe I could have had a more contagion run, possibly, right? Maybe I could have had more investment there and that would have been fine, but I don't know. Anyway, let me tell you about some cards that are really busted. Swarm Tactics is outrageous. This card does so much. Think about like Wax and Spike, right? Wax and Spike, you pay 4 Ember and you get +16 to the floor. If I'm able to spawn and slam a bunch of units, this wasn't even the best I could imagine here, right? I'm just playing Virions and a bunch of garbage here, but ultimately this was spamming out, you know, +30/+30 to the entire floor every turn with 3 copies of this. This is just nonsense amounts of scaling. The game is not designed with this in mind. You could like this should be, one, not a common. Two, this should not give health and attack. Three, this should cost more than 2 Ember and probably should consume. This should be like a rare card, right? For 3 Ember, a rare card, consume. If this gave, like, you know, average of a +20 maybe or something, you could, and then just only attack, that would be fine, right? It'd be like, okay, a one-time big buff here or something like that. But this, in its current form, this is way too much. A lot of needs to change here. So, for sure. Multi-strand DNA is too good. Yeah, it's just too good, right? I think the unofficial balance patch has a change to One Horn's Tome. That's kind of similar to this. The replicate is very bizarre. I don't know why I care about the replicate. It's like in case I mess up, I guess. Right? Oh no, I got my unit killed, he can come back. Kind of a weird compensation package there. Really, this is melee weakness 2 and multi-strike 1 for 3 Ember. This is very energy efficient for what it does. One Horn's Tome in the unofficial balance patch. I'm not actually sure exactly what the numbers are, but I think it's melee weakness 4. It makes it so that if you're getting swept out by the Divinity, you're at a real risk of losing your unit, which is a big concern. and it gives you no endless, and I think it's also more expensive than this still. So, use that take that with a grain of salt. I think that the most important thing to take away here is this is too efficient right now. It is basically Furnace Tab but better, and Furnace Tab is a ridiculously good card. So there's that. Hurried Exit is incredible. This is really powerful. I didn't even really invest that hard into this. I had 2 copies of this Spell Chain -1, which is not a ton of sap, but it is enough. It's enough to do a lot. If I had cleaned up this deck in any kind of fashion and removed other things, then I could have drawn this more often. And if I had drawn this more often, this would have crushed, right? This neuters the Divinity in a big way. It neuters bosses in a big way, floating bosses in specific. So, asymptomatic carrier. This guy didn't matter. I'm going to be honest with you. Contagion didn't play a huge part of this in this run. Vero Demonologist as an infusion was nice. The tanking was good. It didn't matter because Swarm Tactics took over the universe, but maybe there is a Contagion-only line in here somewhere, and I just need to find it, right? Maybe that's it. I don't know. That's all I can think of, because I don't think... It didn't really matter. This guy was just a sack of hit points that I put in front. Carrier was... fine, I guess. I like how all of the abilities seem to play together, right? The culture, you want to put things on the floor. There's one that spawns units, I can see how a lot of these mix together pretty well. It's a pretty good hero in the terms of it's very efficient at doing the things the clan wants to do. But the interesting thing is that it does pretty much everything, right? It does all of the stuff, which is... It doesn't leave a lot of room for the Exile Champion, right? I don't know what the Exile Champion is, but it dominates the archetypes in a way. If you think about, like, Wormkin is a good example, right? You've got the two sides of it. You have, I want to play with Charged Echoes and I want to play with Etches, right? It's kind of the idea behind the champions there. It's as if Spine Chief were doing both of those, right? If Spine Chief had, like, Repeater's effect baked in somewhere and also was doing Decayer, it usurps the role. So I'm interested in what the Exile Champion does. I have no idea right now. I haven't unlocked it. So we'll see, I guess. But yeah. So that's kind of an interesting thought here. The culture is very good here, right? Giving all friendly units +4/+4 is really strong. So it's just really good, as it turns out. Stats to the floor is silly. So it's, yeah, especially for a wide floor clan like this, that's ridiculous. I think this champion is, if I'm thinking about it altogether, it's either a tutor, it's a really good tank, or it's a ridiculously good scaler, and it's probably just too strong across the board, right? It's probably just too powerful, I think. Now, that's one run in, so maybe I'm a little misinformed, but we'll see. We'll try it some more and find out. I don't know. Some of these cards are kind of whatever. Fervent Scratching. It's about as what I expected, right? I cast it sometimes. Sometimes it does something useful. It's too random, while simultaneously not hitting enough times to be consistent enough for me to care. It's kind of just freebie card. Like, okay, sure, whatever. I took it and stabbed some guy a few times. Whatever. What else? Virion is too hyper efficient of a starter card. This simply does too much as well. You could actually just fully remove the contagion from this thing altogether, right? Just get rid of its extinguish trigger, and it's already it's still really good for the clan, right? That's how crazy this is. This is way too efficient in the early game, and is still really oppressively strong in the late game. I think it's stronger than Root Seeds. I'm going to tell you right now, this simply does too much. This is stronger than Root Seeds right now, which is crazy. What else? Room for Growth is basically Virion, but better, but it costs more. The 2 space is actually crazy here. That's actually insane. That's so much space. The thought that that's just, wow. All right. It's also weird because this clan doesn't really use space. I don't really understand why I would even want to do this, right? Because a lot of the cards spawn stuff in. So obviously I was able to put asymptomatic carrier with carrier here, right? So sure, we've got all three of our guys on the floor, but really I could have just ascended the floor together and it would have been fine. I also think I could have just gotten rid of asymptomatic carrier altogether. He didn't matter. He was just a sack of hit points. And I was turning my Virions into sacks of hit points too. So it kind of whatever. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all that was interesting here. Otherwise, Shattered Shell did nonsense stuff thanks to getting billions of stats from Swarm Tactics and Carrier. So pretty cool. And yeah, great. We did a train wreck episode. Look at that. First run of the combat, first run of this clan, and immediately just crushed the Divinity with impunity. So fantastic. And that is that. I will let you go there. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciated your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.